Hello everybody, welcome back to Grapevine Sports. And in this episode, I'm going to be doing another tier list. You guys really seem to like the last one I did a couple of days ago, so I'm hitting you guys with another one. This is going to be an NFL quarterbacks tier list. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's get this tier list going. Alright, first up, Joshy Boy. Where's Joshy Boy going on the tier list? I'm giving him A tier. Good quarterback. Does have a couple of inaccuracy issues, but he's definitely one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the league. Justin Herbert. Let's put him in B tier. He's underperformed a little bit in his career. Most of it I should say is because of his coach being an idiot. But I think if with the right coach around him, and I think Jim Harbaugh is a good coach for him, he should help him perform better in the season and hopefully send the Chargers to a playoffs. Baker Mayfield. Now this is gonna sound bad, but Baker Mayfield being in the same tier as Justin Herbert feels wrong. But this could be recency bias, but Baker Mayfield did have a good season last year, and by no means am I saying Justin Herbert and Baker Mayfield are like on the same playing field, but Baker Mayfield did have a good season last year, and Justin Herbert obviously had a disappointing season. So most of that is probably because of recency bias. But Baker Mayfield, I still think he belongs to B tier. Took the Buccaneers to the playoffs, won a playoff game, beating the Eagles, and fell to the Lions by 8 points. So I think that deserves B tier for Baker Mayfield. Next quarterback, Joe Burrow. Ooh, is it too soon? I'm gonna put Joe Burrow in S tier for superstar tier. He's been to a Super Bowl, been to AFC Championship games. Oh, he's like one of the few quarterbacks that can get past Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs. He's done it once before, and he almost did it a couple years ago. But I believe it was a roughing the passer play out of that push Patrick Mahomes out of bounds. I'll find the clip and I should be playing it like now, then you guys can see. But yeah, that's Joe Burrow, S tier. Derek Carr. Derek Carr. I want to put him in C tier because he's all right, but he's not great. But then again, last year, the stuff I was seeing from Derek Carr was just concerning. So he's going to D tier. The Saints traded for him, paid him all that money, and he's just like very meh. Almost kind of worse than meh. He hasn't been looking good. Maybe he'll pick it up and we can move him to C tier, but for now, he's going to D tier. Dak Prescott, B tier. He underperforms in the playoffs, but always has a good regular season, which is why he's in B tier, not C tier, and why he's in B tier, not A tier, because he can't win a playoff game. Aside from that one time, we don't talk about that. Andy Dalton, you're going in. Are you in the same tier? Yeah, you're in F tier. He's washed up. Sam Darnold, F tier. Daniel Jones, you're in D tier. He had one good season. The Giants paid him $160 million, and now they're trying to get out of it. They might be drafting J.J. McCarthy, which is an overdraft too, but we don't talk about that. Justin Fields, C tier, has good potential, but his team holding it back. As I said in my last video, he has good potential and he can be a good quarterback in this league, but he needs some help, and he hasn't had that much help in Chicago. Maybe he'll get it in Pittsburgh. Geno Smith, he's like a low B tier, but a high C tier. Like, he's like a slightly above average quarterback. He can win you games, lead you to the playoffs, as you saw when he's in Seattle. But ever since that one season he led him to the playoffs in Seattle, he fell off. He wasn't as good last year, and so I think he could be on his downturn. Like, he had his couple of good years, and he could be like falling back down to earth. Jared Goff. I want to put him in A tier. Or he could be like a really high level B tier quarterback. No, I'm putting him in A tier. He had a really good season last year and the year before. The Lions, he way overperformed last year. Two years ago, before the Lions made the playoffs, when they were 9-8, I believe, he really overperformed that team. And then this year, he took them to the NFC Championship game. So he's an A tier quarterback. He's been to a Super Bowl, even though you could argue his team was stacked when he went to the Super Bowl. But he's still an A tier quarterback. Taylor Heineke, as I said in my last video, I'm a Commanders fan. Can I put? Is it a reach to put him in a C tier? Is it a reach? You know what? He did this. Yeah, it's not a reach. It's not a reach. Shut up. I can already hear you guys typing. All right, Sam Howell, C tier. I think his team let him down. The offensive line was terrible. His offensive coordinator acted like he didn't know when to throw the ball. He acted like he didn't know when to run the ball. That's why you lead the league in passing. But in Seattle, I think he might be taking Geno Smith's job. I'm not gonna lie. Jalen Hurts, A-tier quarterback. Took his team to a Super Bowl, won an NFC Championship game. Last year he did fall down, but I think that was an anomaly for the Eagles, and and they should be back to their winning ways. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's the same as like Derek Carr, but like shoot, should I put him in C tier? Because like C tier, you know what, Jimmy Garoppolo, you're gonna nah, he's better than Derek Carr. He's going to the C tier. He's been to a Super Bowl. Although you could argue he had a really good team behind him, but I mean he's not a total bum. He's better. He's definitely better than Derek Carr. He's going to C tier. Kirk Cousins, B tier. Solid quarterback. He does seem to like choke in the playoffs, but you know he always has a good regular season. But he did get helped by Justin Jefferson. Now we'll see how he does. And Atlanta, when you still got Drake London, John Smith's not there anymore. Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. We'll see how it goes. Kyler Murray, B tier quarterback, solid quarterback before his injury. He looks almost back to his old self last year when he came back, and I'm really looking forward to see how he plays in Arizona. Even though I do think there's a chance he could get traded. Let's see, Lamar Jackson, S tier quarterback. Man, multiple 2-time MVP, could have went to the Super Bowl if his coach and his team acted like they knew how to run the ball. They could have gone to the Super Bowl. We don't have to talk about that. Solid, really good quarterback, an amazing quarterback, I should say actually. Will Levis, let's see. I'm gonna put him in C tier. C tier. I put him in C tier because I think he did have a good season last year. Well, I'm not gonna say good. He had a pretty slightly above average season for a rookie quarterback. It wasn't terrible. I think the future looks bright for him. Jordan Love. I feel like it might be too early to put him in A tier. I'm gonna put him like high level. He's a high level B tier quarterback. If he has one more good season, he can move up to A tier, but I don't think he's there yet. He obviously came off a good season last year, took the Packers to the playoff, won a playoff game, falling in the divisional round of the playoffs. But I don't think he's A tier yet. He can get there, but he's not there yet. Mac Jones, F. Do I want to put him in? Yeah, F tier. You saw the interception that he did against the Colts. Here's a clip. Yeah, y'all saw that. That's all. That's all. I don't need to say anything else. Patrick Mahomes, S tier, obvious reasons. I don't need to explain it. Davis Money Mills, I don't even know why you're on this list, but you're going in F tier. I don't have to say anything about that. Kenny Pickett, D tier, same amount of interceptions and touchdowns in the same 4 years since he's been in the NFL? 13, I believe. Brock Purdy, A tier quarterback, been to a Super Bowl, Mr. Relevant. Enough said. Anthony Richardson, C tier quarterback. I still think that we need to see more out of him before I can give him a final grade. He got injured, but I still think he's like C tier because we didn't see much of him before he got hurt. Desmond Ridder, D tier, really mad. He came from a small school. He went undefeated. He had a cakewalk of a schedule. We don't talk about it anymore. He was undefeated at home before he got to the NFL, and he forgot how to play quarterback. Or maybe he wasn't that good to begin with. That could be true. Overdrafted probably. Aaron Rodgers, B tier right now because he's I don't know. He's been more successful at being making controversial takes off the field than he has been playing quarterback the last few years. But he should be better. He should be better this year, coming off his Achilles injury. Russell Wilson, D tier. This man. Ever since he started saying Broncos country, let's ride, this man has rode off a cliff, and I honestly don't know why the Steelers traded for him. He's not that good. He's not that good anymore. Well, we'll see. Matthew Stafford, B tier quarterback. He was A tier when they won the Super Bowl, but he also fell down a little bit. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. He's a solid quarterback, but he's definitely aging. C.J. Stroud. I'm putting him in B tier just because he has one good rookie season. If he has another good season, he's going in A tier. But same reason I gave for Jordan Love. I haven't seen enough from him yet. Let's see. Ryan Tannehill, you're going to D tier. This man, I honestly, did he get benched in Tennessee? I completely forgot this man played in the NFL until I saw this picture. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but he's D tier. Enough said. Trevor Lawrence, B tier. Obviously, they choked away the playoffs, and he looked terrible down the stretch. He did get injured, but he still looked terrible down the stretch. I'm not getting that can't be ignored. If he has a good season, he'll go up to A tier. But this my past season was just bad. Let's see who else we got left. We got Tua. Tua's B tier. He's not according to past analysis. He's not a very good playoff quarterback, and he can be inconsistent at times. But I think this season, if they can't win a playoff game with Tua, this probably is going to be his last season in Miami. They're going to trade him or get rid of him somehow. But this is his season. This is make or break season for Tua. Let's do Deshaun Watson, C tier quarterback. Really, really, really meh quarterback. Ever since he had his off the field issues, he's never been the same. But I guess that's the way it goes. He's this man. He wait, 21. That's all I have to say. All right. Bryce Young. Bryce. Uh, he's D tier right now. I know he's young, and I don't necessarily want to give up on him yet as a quarterback, but he looked terrible in Carolina, and part of it is because his team was bad, and part of it because he was bad, but he still looked terrible. Zach Wilson's gonna be the last one. He's F tier. This man looks like a TikToker. Enough said. But aside from all that, that's gonna be it for this video. Leave a comment down what you guys think of the quarterback tier, and I'll see you boys later. Peace.